Good morning, guys. So this is I take a piss, which I just did already. You ain't gotta see that. Then I weigh myself. 206.4. So take a physique update. Oh shit, I might have a shirt on. Fuck it, we're gonna do a physique update anyways. I just needed to hold the camera. So I'm 206, still fat. It is what it is. Oh shit. I'm 5'9", so I shouldn't be this heavy. So I still have a long way to go, but I've lost. I think I was 235 in March. So I'll show some photos of that too as well. Either this video or the next one. I don't know. All right, guys, I gotta get my ass to work. See you later. What's up, guys? I just got back from work. Well, technically, I got back from work, the gym, and also other stuff. Right? It is 9 o'clock right now. I got up, and so the clips you watched before, I woke up at 6. So busy ass day. All right. So this is what I want to start the video off. This is week 1, and I want to show you my stats, right? So you guys saw me weigh myself this morning and the physique check. So I'm 5'9", right? And today is August 23rd, 2024. I am 206 pounds, which it's almost unacceptable. But that being said, like I said, I was 235 in March. So I've done a pretty decent job. I'm gonna actually post some photos, so be right back. All right, we are back. So what are we gonna talk about? Today, I wanna talk about how are we gonna get this done. So this is part 1 because we're gonna focus basically on nutrition. I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutrition, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a fitness expert. Just letting you guys know that, right? So what I wanna talk about is TDEE. Right? Total daily energy expenditure, some bullshit like that. So it doesn't fucking matter, right? How do you figure out what exactly it is? So basically, it's how much calories you burn in a day. Okay, I'm pretty sure a lot of people heard of BMI. Okay, BMI is kind of bullshit because it's based on weight and height, and it doesn't consider body fat percentage, right? So even though when I was fit, I was always considered overweight because I was 5'9", with like 170, 172. I range from 168 to like 174 generally. So, anyways, all right, TDE. How do you figure out what that is? Your TDE. What you do is you go on Google. I do know my favorite TDE calculator was actually when Scooby had his own website. I don't know if he still has one, but just Google a random ass one and try to figure that out. What is my TDE? How do you know it works? Okay, so let's say you put in your stats and it tells you your TDEE is, let's say 3,000 calories. Right? You burn 3,000 calories in a day. How do you lose weight? It depends on what you really want to do. In our case, well, my case, right? If you are following my story, I'm trying to actually lose only about 1 to 1.25 pounds in a week. The reason why is because I don't want to accelerate it, right? I don't want to lose too fast. And I will talk a little bit about how I'm going to try to do that. I'm trying to go slow. So I would take that 3,000 calories if that's my TDEE, okay? I would take that and I would minus 500. So I'll eat 2,500 calories for the day for a whole week, and then in theory, I'd lose a pound. How do you test that? Okay, so you take 3,000 calories, right? I'm sorry, not 3,000, 2,500 calories. So you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay? Makes a week. You guys see that? You eat 2,500 calories across the board, right? Every single day. Okay? I'm going to talk a little bit, I don't want to focus on macronutrients so much because I'm going to be honest with you, even when I was really fit, I've never did that whole 1 gram of protein shit, right? And I was happy with my physique. I don't know. I think a lot of people focus so much on protein, but here's another thing I don't fucking focus on. I don't focus on carbohydrates and fats. And the reason why I don't focus on that shit is because a lot of shit has carbohydrates and fats, right? So what I generally try to do is keep my protein high as humanly as possible, right? Like I don't want to eat 206 pounds. I don't want to eat 206 grams of protein a day. You know, like I don't want to do that. So okay, going back to the board, right? You eat 2,500 calories from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? And then you test. So you weigh. In addition, what you need to do is you weigh yourself every single day, okay? And record it. Put it on paper, like how I did this morning. Put it on a calendar. That's what I do, old school. I don't like to use that fucking phone app stuff, but let's say I'm like 190, and generally, in theory, the second week I'd be 189, right? In theory. Obviously, you're probably gonna wonder, like, oh, well, water weight and stuff like that. Generally speaking, when you weigh yourself, you have to weigh yourself at the exact same time. I'm not talking about time as in 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. No. What I'm talking about is what I do is I wake up, I take a piss, then I weigh myself. Some people wake up, they take a shit, and then they weigh themselves. It's up to you how you want to do it. Just keep that consistent. And then that's when you test, right? So let's say your TDE is 3,000 calories and you put 2,500 calories and you ate that and you are at 190. If you are not at 189 by the next Sunday, what you need to do, or at least what I do, is I'll drop it down another 100 calories. The second week, 2,400 calories. Make sense? So I'll do 2,400 across the board. Generally, then you will see it, right? And again, keep weighing yourself every day at the exact same time, right? Not 9 o'clock, but the time. All right. Eventually, you're going to hit a plateau. Okay? Make sense? You're not going to lose any weight. Then you got to keep lower the calories. Here's a very systematic way. I used to do it. I don't do it this way anymore. So I've also never been 235 pounds before, guys. I think the fattest I've ever been before this was probably like 205. This is as fat as I am now. So what I used to do is 1 week, 2,500 calories. The next week, 2,400, 2,300 next week, 22, 2,100, 2,000 calories, right? And I found out, so here's the cool thing about fitness, man. Once you start doing fitness, it teaches you your body. I know, because I've done it so long, that I generally get so uncomfortable after under 2,000 calories. I need at least 2,000 calories. If I'm not at my goal weight by the time the 2,000 calories hit, right, I would stay at 2,000 calories because there's no way until I plateau. If I plateau, and generally speaking, I know my body so well, once I hit 2,000 calories, I'm not going to plateau. I'm going to keep losing weight until I get to the body fat percentage I want, right? Sorry, issues with the camera right there. So anyways, 2,000 calories, my body limit. I can't go lower than that. I don't like to go lower than that, right? And like, again, I try to keep my protein high, if that makes sense. What I'm doing at this time, though, which I've already done, right? Which, I've been average about 5 pounds a month. I started off higher than usual. I actually started at 2,700 calories, okay? And then I would, instead of doing 1 week, I do 2. So 2,700, 2 weeks, 2,600, 2 weeks. And I'd weigh myself and just monitor it, right? So that worked for me. But also, that's something I'm going to do different this time, which I'm already there, right? Let me just try to draw it out. 2 weeks. I'm trying to do this quick, guys, so sorry about the ugly handwriting. Again, it's 2 weeks, okay? Don't think of it as 1 week. So once I got down to 2,000 calories, okay, if you look here, I actually am going backwards. So I'm actually in the reverse phase. I'm about to end my 2,100 calorie 2 weeks to a 20. I'm going to go to 2,200 calories in 2 weeks, and then I'm going to go to 23, 24, 25. I think I'm going to stop at 25. I'm not going to go back to 26, 27 because I kind of know my body. And then I'll stay at 25 for 2 weeks and come back down, right? So we're going to go up and down, up and down. And the reason being, it's kind of a refeed for me personally. The thing for me is that I don't want to stay in low calorie for too long this time because, like, again, I start off at like 235 as opposed to what I used to do. When I did it last time, I was 205. So there's a lot of weight to lose. You don't want to stay so low so long, right? So that's why I'm implementing it. I don't actually know how it's going to work. It's my first time trying, so there's that. I hope that really makes sense. It's the most simplest way I can explain it. If you're wondering, how the fuck am I gonna know these calories? Honestly, guys, MyFitnessPal is something I use a lot. Back in the days, though, we used to actually have to write it down in a book. But then MyFitnessPal came out. I think it's a great app. However, these cocksuckers now, they require a membership for some things. So I used to be able to scan the barcode and get the food. And I'm gonna post another video after this one talking about what kind of food I eat. I try to keep it basic because I'm very busy. A lot of people will always make that excuse. Well, I work a full-time job, I'm busy. Guys, I woke up at 6 today. I didn't get home till like 9, right? I'm busy as hell too, right? I can do this. If I can do this, you can do it too. You just gotta the tips and tricks. It's kind of like, my food intake is very simple, right? So like I said, I'm gonna post another video tomorrow on what I generally shop for. I try to keep I don't use a lot of ingredients, et cetera, because it makes it more complicated to record the calories. If you wanna look at the record it, I recommend getting a food scale, a good one. I have 2 right now. I use them for different things. If you want, I can do another video talking about essential bodybuilding stuff like food scales, water bottles, but honestly, just look it up, right? And yeah, I'll do another video on that. But that's how you know your shit's working, right? You know your calories are working, you're losing weight, etc. So I just want to say this. That's for somebody like me who has a base, a bunch of muscle already. I have a lot of muscle under this fat already, and I'm just trying to lose the fat to show, from a muscle to show, right? Somebody who's a beginner and you're skinny, you're not gonna do this. I'll do another video if you guys want to, let me know, on how to bulk up. It's almost the opposite of what I'm trying to do right now. And here's the tricky portion. There's 2 problems. If you're skinny fat, meaning you have a high fat percentage, but you have low body fat. I'm sorry, high fat percentage, but low body weight, that's kind of tough. I have one friend I did help train, and damn, that was a nightmare because like I didn't really know what to do with him. I think I figured it out though, but like I said, I'll do another video if you want to. Or the people that are, excuse me for saying it like this, man, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm fat. So people that are overweight, fat, I'm sorry to say it like that again. You're starting off, you don't have a lot of muscle under you, and you are fat. That's also another tough one. I could do another separate video on that as well. I didn't really start off like that. I started off pretty skinny in the beginning, so yeah, that's gonna be tough. So I'm not no expert on that side, but I do have an opinion. But yeah, so TDEE, find your TDEE, test it out, weigh yourself every day, same time, not, quote unquote, and then just test it out, right? Try to keep your protein high. It's very basic, guys. And just keep doing this shit over and over and over and over again. Eventually, you'd be like, damn, I look good. But so another thing I want to talk about is if it fits your macros. Here's a big ass problem I had back in the days. I used to eat whatever the fuck I want, right? And because I used to always outwork my body. I'm sorry, my nutrition. It caught up to me. And not because of, people talk about metabolism. I really do believe my injuries happened because I didn't watch my diet so well. My micronutrients wasn't on point. So I wasn't eating a lot of fruit. I wasn't eating a lot of vegetables. I was eating takeout all the time. And, I was a busy young guy. And I think that that's really important. Keep your protein high, but also keep your micronutrient track. If you are not supplementing, at least get a multivitamin. I wasn't even doing that back then. So even though I look so fit and stuff like that, I don't think I was actually healthy inside. I'm obviously changing it now. I'm going to focus on a lot of fruit, vegetables, lean meats, really. And am I going to like eat other stuff once in a while? Yes. Right. I have a Subway sandwich in the fridge right now. I'm going to fuck up in a minute, right? If it fits your macros, I'm just letting you know it does work if you want to get fit. The problem is it's not healthy. That makes sense? So if you want to do this, man, be healthy. Don't be like me, how I used to be. Like, focus on your macros as well, as opposed to, I think that, like, again, I don't really care about the macronutrients as much as I just want to keep the high protein high, and like not crazy high, but just high enough, and then really watch my micronutrients. Like I found out that I was low iron and I was lacking vitamin D and stuff like that. So I supplement that. I think what else was I lack? I don't remember, but we could do another video on, supplements. I don't really take a lot, but we could do another video. Anyways, I am done this week. I will catch up with you guys next week. Talk to you later. Bye.